the Wheel of Plymouth. We are Matt and Caroline. I'm Matt, hello.
Hello, I'm Caroline.
We're from Heart Breakfast, and we are your tour guides for the journey over the next few minutes.
Now, please pay attention. The exits are here, here, and here, but don't use any of them because you'll fall out. Obviously, it's too high. First up, let us tell you some facts about the structure you're on. You'll travel to a height of 60 metres on one of the world's largest transportable wheels. There are 42 capsules, and they were all made in Switzerland. It has 21 spokes, and this particular wheel has also been in Amsterdam, Hyde Park, London, York, and Stoke-on-Trent.
Nothing wrong with a bit of Stoke-on-Trent, Karen. It was all assembled using a 160-ton crane with a team from Holland, Poland, and the UK. And when it's finished in Plymouth, it's due to return to the city of York.
So, as we get a bit further up, you can start to see the skyline of our fantastic city. Obviously, here on the Hoe, you can straight away see the Royal Citadel, home of 2-9 Commander of the Royal Artillery. It was built in the late 1660s and encompasses the site of an earlier fort built in the time of Sir Francis Drake. The Royal Citadel was the most important English defence for over 100 years, and at one point had 113 guns.
Now, the two tall buildings you can see closest to us in the city are the Holiday Inn and the Civic Centre, home of Plymouth City Council. That is a listed building and was opened by the Queen in 1962. Inside, it has an engraved tablet commemorating the rebuilding of the city after the Plymouth Blitz in World War II.
The Blitz pretty much destroyed much of the old city centre, and plans were quickly drawn up by Sir Patrick Abercrombie to rebuild the city in a modern style. The old, narrow Victorian streets had gone and were replaced with wide open spaces like Royal Parade and Armada Way that runs from the Civic Centre and up towards the train station. From there you can look in a straight line and see right up to the Hoe and Smeaton's Tower, which means from here you can see the station. But it's not too much for attraction, so don't worry if you can't see all of it.
I'm a big fan of the station.
I love stations.
One distinct building you can make out from here is Drake Circus Shopping Mall. Now, Drake Circus was originally a large oval roundabout built in the early 20th century, and from 1937 its south end was the home to the Guinness Clock, a famous landmark of Plymouth at the time. Now, the circus survived the war but was replaced in 1967 as part of the Plan for Plymouth. The shopping centre was built on the site and opened in 1971. This was then redeveloped into the modern building we see today in 2004, and it opened in 2006. And if you don't know, the brown tiling on the sides is sails to represent Plymouth's naval history.
Oh look, we're halfway right at the top. Everyone looks like tiny ants down there.
They do, but they're not actually ants, they are human beings, so be extra careful because they're very, very high up now.
Do not tread on them.
Yes, when you get out, don't tread on the human beings. That will be strange.
In front of the Drake Circus Shopping Centre is the bombed-out church on Charles Cross Roundabout. It was almost destroyed in the Plymouth Blitz. It now stands as a memorial to the citizens of Plymouth that were killed in the air raids on the city during the war.
As we continue round the skyline, in the distance you can see the dockyard. Now that is the home to HMS Drake, once the country's biggest naval base, and looks out onto the Tamar River and the famous Royal Albert Bridge. It was built by Brunel in the 19th century to link Devon and Cornwall for the first time by rail. The Tamar Road Bridge stands next to it, and that's free to get into Cornwall, but it'll cost you £1.50 to come back.
Then we come back into Plymouth Sound. The bay is part of one of the world's biggest natural harbours. The island you can see is Drake's Island, named after Sir Francis Drake, as he left here to circumnavigate the world between 1577 and 1580. The island was also used as a defence against the French and Spanish and remained a focal point for defence for several centuries. A local businessman bought the island in 1995 with plans to build a hotel and leisure complex on it, including a helipad, but sadly this has never happened.
Sadly, because you have a helicopter that you want below.
Oh yeah, loads. Yeah, I've got a whole fleet of Thunderbird 1, 2, 3, 4.
Finally, the famous lighthouse that sits on the Hoe is Smeaton's Tower. This was the third ever Eddystone lighthouse and originally sat on Eddystone rocks. It was in service until 1877 when it was discovered that rocks were unstable. The upper part was dismantled and rebuilt on the Hoe as a memorial to John Smeaton, the celebrated civil engineer. The foundations and stub of the old lighthouse still sit on Eddystone rocks next to a new lighthouse that was built to replace it. Smeaton's Tower is now open to the public, and you can climb the 93 steps to the top to enjoy the views of Plymouth Sound.
And that ends our trip on the Wheel of Plymouth. We hope you've enjoyed it, and if you've taken this trip during the day, then feel free to come back when it's dark and enjoy our city in all its nighttime glory. The wheels open every day until 10 p.m. You can find out more information about this and our other wheels around the world at greatcityattractions.com.
We are Matt and Caroline, and you can catch us every day on Heart on on 97 FM in Plymouth. We're on Heart Breakfast every morning from 6 a.m. Caroline, if you'd like to wave, we're now going to say goodbye.
We're waving. Bye.
It's not fair. I want to go down. Can we press the red button?
No.
Oh, I haven't yet. It's not fair.
Oh dear. Right, dear. What's wrong?
Oh, beautiful feeling on it. Oh, okay, we're moving. Why is it swinging so much? Stop it.
Not bad.
Why are you having a bit?
They're letting
The speed
people
bumps
out.
getting on there, isn't it?
Yeah, they're letting people out. Oh, it's broke down. Because there we go. You said I would bleep myself.
So you're totally calm.
I'm fine.
Yeah, right. Why are you so red?
Because you were so
Because it's warm in
funny.
here.
You were so funny.
This isn't too bad now, the noise is gone. That's fine. I'm happy being there. So you're going on a skateboard now?
Yeah.
Oh, you can skateboard? How have you been this pack?
I'm impressed that you actually got on here though. Because I didn't think you would.
You can't see the bridge from here, can you?
I think you should do it again when it's bike night. And see all the bikes lined up.
That's strong. I'll have to really build it up so the peak doesn't go, will I? I think the bearings are gone.
Oh dear. So you're on the way
So
down
it's
now.
still-
Yeah. Yeah. Speeding up now.
I'm chucking for a drink. I think whiskey will do.
Hey man, you stop that.